Yo ho ho, Bills Mafia. What is up? It is once again your host, Dan Mitchell,
And your boy, Aaron Williams.
bringing you yet another edition of Believe in Bills. And once again, we unfortunately come to you very sad men, right? I mean, I think this is the worst I've ever felt at a record of being 4-2.
Man, I'm telling you, with all my experiences with the Bills, I think this is by far not even close the worst I've ever encountered with. So we're okay, man. It's just Super Bowl defending Super Bowl champs. Plus, you got to put this in consideration: the bad weather, man. When we did our predictions for the scores, I didn't even put or even think about considering the weather, what the weather conditions could be.
Yeah.
And it poured, man, and it came down, and I'm sure it affected their original game plan,
Of course.
and had to switch it up probably last minute. But man, we got defeated on the ground. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty at all.
Dude, I mean, honestly, just speaking on that rain comment as well, someone on Twitter, like third quarter, he said, all right, it's clear that rain is Josh Allen's kryptonite. And it almost seemed like that was the case. And I mean, I'm sure that it's hard, especially in like torrential downpour, because like you said, it was fucking raining sheets at one point. I pretty much saw.
Yeah.
But like really going back to like how like they legitimately just ran the ball down our throat, man. I mean, really with that type of offense, and Sean McDermott said it at a perfect level. He was just like, with that offense, like you need to pick your poison. Was either that we just play prevent the entire game and just let them run it down our throat, or we don't. And then with Mahomes, he's just going to be shooting bombs down the field. I mean, it hurt, man. It hurt. But so I'm not one of those fans that's already giving up on the season. Like, unfortunately, I'm not sure whether or not that you ever go through Twitter after a loss. I wouldn't recommend it. Say that you do. But there is a bunch of negativity.
Oh, man, that was my biggest mistake, was after every game going straight to Twitter to see what the people had to say.
Oh, yeah.
I was that guy. I'm not gonna lie about it, for sure, because I was always interested to see what people thought. Like, you hear it like, man, you guys are doing it for the money. Man, you're not even playing that hard out there. Y'all are just all this stuff, and it's just funny.
Did he ever clap back? Or nah?
What? Clap back is my specialty, man.
That was your specialty?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I wanted it. Okay. I dare somebody to say something to me after the game, because, look, I was the type of guy at that time in my life, I was ready to pull up wherever you are, or you pull up on me if you really had something to say. I was that guy. And, like, I was immature, man. I was loose cannon, and I was down for war at any point, any time. It didn't matter where.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the comments got to me.
No, dude. Like, I mean, honestly, like those specific tweets are pretty bad too. Like, I mean, I've been getting reamed by Chiefs fans and Titans fans especially. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's just that cliche, oh, this didn't age well, bro. Like, come on, dude. First off, let me get some originality right in your insults. And yeah, dude. Like, I mean, it just eats me alive, and I'm probably never going to go through Twitter again right after a loss, because it just makes me more pissed off.
No. My man, Dan, keep that same energy, bro. Keep going.
Keep it.
Pushing. Yeah, bro.
You're right.
Just because they got on us for 1 week, that 1 week lasts 3 days. I'm pretty sure we forgot about the loss. Like, they already moved on. Kansas City's already moved on. The only people who are not moved on is the fans, and they can't wait. Or they're going to keep talking until the next game. So we're going to allow them to speak their mind. They did their jobs. It would be the same way if it was the other way around. So don't stop what you're doing. Keep that same energy, because when we're out of here and we blow a 13-3 or
dude, I'm liking that.
You know what I'm saying? We can go back and clap back, but we're not gonna shy away from our energy, man. Keep that same energy, man. Keep talking that shit. Keep talking your shit.
Oh man, I know, dude. Exactly. I'm gonna die on that hill. I assure you that.
With dignity and respect.
With dignity. Dude, you're right. Honestly, I feel like you and I should just have daily conversations where you just hype me up.
Bro, I'll have your back. Just retweet whatever it is, and just at me. I'll look. Just because I'm retired,
are we getting Twitter battles and shit with randos?
Does not mean I will go back and forth with you. I got time. I got nothing but time. we can go to war.
Oh man, watch out, Twitter.
Hey, I'm not with.
And so I
Hey,
got my dude with me now.
hey, I'm with the shits. People, let it be known. It's very well documented on my behalf. So
Yeah. So you were telling me that you're going to Orlando tomorrow to a Bills backer bar,
yeah,
right?
man, we're going to Orlando, Florida, to go hang out with my mafia members up in Orlando at the Bills backers up there, and we're gonna watch our guys destroy the Jets. And I will repeat that they are going to destroy the Jets.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and it's gonna be a fun time just hanging out, throwing some back, couple meeting new people, just the whole shindig, man.
And so it's really interesting. Like, why Orlando? Like, so do you normally do like a Bills backer bar like hop
Nah,
from week
man,
to week, or?
that's like kind of like the plan in the near future. They actually contacted me and said, "Hey, would you be interested in coming and hanging out with us during the game, depending on what game you want?" And honestly, I made a mistake. I thought I was going to the Tennessee Titan game or cover the Tennessee Titan game. Thankfully, I didn't. So I'm going to this boring Jets game because I know it's going to be completely boring.
Yeah.
But, I'm more excited just being around with the fans, man, and just cutting the shit with them.
Yeah. No. Yeah, man. And so I really wish I knew, bro, because I mean, I totally would have came down. And
No,
so
I'm gonna
Orlando is like
be more of a head stand.
pre-pandemic right now. And so Orlando's like pre-pandemic, from what I understood.
Yeah, but they have the bubble, so they're not too bad. They're not too worried.
Touche. Touche.
So we'll
Dude,
be
that
all
sounds
right. We'll
awesome.
we'll we'll, we'll keep our social distancing and we'll
Yeah.
wear masks, but you can't have masks when you're taking shots. So
Oh, yeah, dude, exactly. I would risk it 110% to be at that Bills backer bar watching the Jets, ripping some tequila.
that'd be
Except
great.
for I hate tequila, one of the two.
Uh,
And, dude, I can't drink it, man. And so I really can't.
but
I've
look,
tried. So
it's
I'm a
low in
bourbon guy.
calories. It's low in calories, right?
Touche. Yeah.
Probably one of the best liquor choices as far as health wise, besides wine.
Yeah.
And it gets you going, man. It
It
just
gets you
it's
going?
provocative, man. It gets you going. So
Okay.
you just have to learn. You have to ease your way into it, man. I'll get you there. No worries.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. So like you mentioned health, and I'm sort of curious. Like, I mean, like, so do you like still stick to like the same diet, or like have you sort of just, sort of been like, nah, fuck it.
I don't go
It's time to
crazy.
live
Like,
now.
believe it or not, man, and the fans and you yourself may not believe this, but man, when I was playing, do you know what my daily like dinner was when I was playing? First of all, let's put this in perspective that I've been living alone in Buffalo the whole time since I arrived. So I didn't really cook for myself because I really was too tired to.
Yeah.
So I used to bunch up on some Wendy's.
Wendy's?
Sad to say it.
Was
Sad
that
to
the
say it.
seat?
It was literally right down the street, like literally 2 minutes down the street. And it was either that and Walmart. For those who live in Hamburg, they don't understand what I'm saying. Because there was a Denny's and there was a Wendy's. And I didn't feel like driving that far. There was a Wegmans, but it was a little further down. I was just too lazy. After practice, man,
Yeah, you're like, fuck it.
I didn't have no energy to even think about what I wanted to cook. So,
And so I'm about to go get a Frosty and so I'm
bro,
about to go get a Frosty and a Baconator. Let's
I
go.
ate bad, man. I ate bad. But now, I try to eat better. I don't eat as much fast food anymore.
Mm-hmm.
In a healthy way, but I'm not saying I'm like no vegan or anything or no like
Oh, I could never fucking do that,
vegetarian
dude.
or anything, but
Yeah.
I try to eat. I try to keep a good balance to it. What about you though? You got a girl though too? So does she cook or like?
She does, bro. I'm spoiled, man.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
spoiled,
Nothing
bro.
better
She
than a
cooks me
home
dinner
cooked meal.
every single night, man.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Dude, it's nice, man. It's nice. But I mean, like, I've noticed, like, back in the day, I mean, like, when I was like low 20s, I could legitimately eat whatever the fuck I wanted. And
Oh
as
yeah.
long as I went to the gym, was still in amazing shape. Like now, like say that and so say that I have like 1 or 2 cheat days during the week, then I'll throw on like five LBs like that, like nothing.
I know.
So
Doesn't it suck getting older, man?
it does, man. It does. I mean, sometimes I just want to be fat and happy sometimes. You know what I
But
mean?
hey, but you can be fat and happy if that's what leads you to that, man. Be fat and happy, bro. Don't let anybody take that away from you.
You're right. You're right. And so you mentioned Hamburg too. It's funny because that's where I lived when I was up there. And And so a lot of
Shout
players
out
live
to all
in
my people in Hamburg for real, because
Hamburg.
y'all country bumpkins are cool.
And so the village or the town you lived in?
I was over by Briarwood.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Area. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. It was like super close, like Cloverbank Elementary for me. It was like by like
Oh
Oaks.
yes, sir. That was the street.
Yo, yeah,
That
dude.
was the street.
And so that was the neighborhood growing up.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I miss Hamburg, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man, for sure, for sure. But yeah, dude, like right before we started talking about this Jets game, I went on ahead and I took it upon myself to start a segment. I didn't run this by you, but I think you're going to enjoy it. I really do. What I did is I took to Twitter 2 days ago and I said that you and I were doing a podcast and we need to pick the best question that came out. And I think that this probably was the best one. And I think this is probably something that you should take. Let me just go ahead and scroll through and find this real fast. All right. So bear with me 1 second. Yeah. All right. So this user said, from a player's perspective, when you have gone through several heartbreaking losses, what's the mindset like and how hard is it to get back to business? Like just to get that like mentality to be like, so do bad losses, so do they hang with you, or so the next game
It
it's just
depends
ready
what
to
type
go?
of player you are. If you're the type of player that holds on to things for a long time, then it's gonna affect you for the next game. As a professional, man, as a professional player, you must have a short-term memory.
Okay.
If you prolong any of your thoughts from the last game, you're going to be thinking about it, and you're not going to be as focused as you were for your next matchup. So, once you get done with the interviews after the game, that game is literally over. Like, go back as a player for myself. I can only speak for myself. I went home, watched ESPN, watched the highlights, heard what they had to say, and that was it. Once I heard all the critics, it's like, all right, cool. Went back in the film and saw my mistakes and made sure to not do the same mistakes next week. So if you want to be great, have a short-term memory. If you want to be average, keep thinking about the previous week and you won't last very long.
And so that's interesting, man. It really is, because I mean, like those like two losses, like granted we did just lose to the defending Super Bowl champs and then a team that, and was in the AFC Championship last year. But I mean, and so you almost think that like there's something in the back of their minds. And I'm happy that they're playing the Jets this week, because this is almost like they're going to get the revenge by beating up the kid that was laughing at them while they were getting beat up by his two older brothers. And he finally finds the kid that's been laughing at him for his own revenge. I think that the Bills are absolutely going to come out and like, frankly, embarrass the Jets.
Now, I hear you, and I want that same thing. But just like that analogy you just put,
yeah,
a little brother or whoever, man, all it takes is one shot, and
touche
down. So at the same time, I want our guys to not lose focus as far as like taking this game lightly.
Yeah,
like just because you and I can say that the Jets shitty ass Jets because they've been shitty. But to players, if I was playing, I couldn't go and be like, yeah, we already thrashed this team once. They're not very good Jets team this year. They're struggling. That brings on bad mojo, man.
yeah.
And I've seen it firsthand where we thought, for a perfect example, in 2016, 2015, when we lost to Oakland. We only needed to win that one game. We needed to win Oakland and then New England the week afterwards. I think my mental space, I wasn't really as focused because I looked at them as like, oh, the bad Raiders.
Yeah.
But in actuality, you still got to come out there and play. And I took it lightly, and I got beat like twice that game, like big long distance balls. So yeah, we can say like the Jets are bad, but let's not lose focus. Let's not take them lightly. Let's not play with our food. We want them with a mission. Let's come back. We already lost 2 big games.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have a strong performance to get back on this train, on this wagon, to keep moving forward through the season. So
yeah,
that's just something to keep in mind to all my Bills players, man. let those mistakes go and come back even stronger and even better. And if you think this team is not as good, then you should dominate. You should be the team that you are and dominate the teams that you should be, that on paper you should be dominating. So that's how I look at it.
For sure, for sure. So the injury report just came out, and so it looks like that we are very, very, very slim on CBs, right? Very slim.
Yeah.
I know that Josh Norman's going to be out. I know that Trey White's still nursing a back injury. Same with the rookie Cam Lewis. Basically, the only healthy cornerback right on the active roster is Taron Johnson. He is the only healthy, ready to go CB. And then same with Matt Milano. We have no idea whether or not that he's going to be back. And I mean, he's an integral part of this defense, man. Like when he's not on that field, our defense doesn't look the same. It really doesn't. So, I mean, like, are you concerned about this defense? And I know that I ask you this each and every single week, but now that I feel like we have is more of a sample size with all of these injuries, are you concerned, not even necessarily on Sunday, but for the season moving forward?
No, we're not. I'm not concerned because once again, guys, it is only week 6 now, 7. So, okay. Or is it about to be week 8? No, it's about to be week 7. So
week 7.
Let's not. We got a lot of football left, man. It put it to you like this: would you want Trey White? Would you want Matt to come in 65%, or would you rather have them miss another maybe just 2 games, this game and then maybe possibly next game, for them to be 100% game to then finish off the rest of the games at 100%, then to play 65 and probably have a probability of getting hurt again and then missing more time. So it's just like, let's not rush these guys back, especially the Jets. I mean, let's be honest, you know, they're not a strong opponent for us at the moment. But whoever's name's called, man, it's your time. I love saying this, and I'm going to keep repeating it. I love when I don't love it when a guy goes down, but I love it when an unfortunate event happens and the guy behind him, it's his time. It's his time to go. And we see where they're at when they get in the game. Yeah, we kind of see the decrease in playmaking ability, but at some point, somebody's got to step up and be like, okay, we got a guy down. I'm going to step up and lead this team. Somebody's got to do it on defense, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, I get it. And so I really think that this is going to be something that's going to be like a get-right game specifically for the defense, right? And I mean, especially going up against the Jets offense at this point, man. Like this Jets team is legitimately having a fire sale of whatever talent they have. It is clear that they are tanking this season. They're hoping for Trevor Lawrence. They better hope Gase is out of town or they're going to ruin him as well. But it's definitely interesting moving forward. Like there's mismatches throughout this entire game. So let's just go on ahead. Let's just dive into it. What are your predictions? First off, what's your score prediction and what's your one bold prediction for the game on Sunday?
Man, my prediction is I'm gonna go low. What's the weather like? I gotta ask that first.
Raining again.
Raining? Okay,
yeah.
So I'm gonna go 24-10.
Okay.
Bills, obviously.
Okay.
Oh, I want to go 20, like 21-3. I don't think Jets are gonna have any type of offense to score on us, but just to play it safe, I'm gonna go 24-10.
24-10.
Ground game, not really much passing in the rain. And that's another thing that Josh seems to have difficulty. Man, he just needs to be a little bit more accurate, man. His throws are there, strength-wise, but the accuracy is just not there. He just
no, dude.
But
I don't know.
What do you got?
Dude, I have 28-10. I just really hope that this rain passes through and it's at least like an overcast day because, and so like you said, man, like that's like his kryptonite, like I mean, like right at this point. So I still see our defense struggling a bit, like right on the ground game. It does help that Lev Bell is no longer with the Jets. Definitely helps that he's on the Chiefs now. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Frank Gore, who's still very talented at his age, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, I think that if there's any game that we could see our defense bounce back, it's going to be this one.
Yeah.
And I just really hope that so because I expect the Jets to take a page out of the Titans and so the Chiefs playbook of playing a bunch of zone against us, because weeks 1 through 4, they just try to man us up and we are just burning people. Now it seems like defensive coordinators have sort of figured it out. But I mean, I see us going 28-10.
And let's be happy. We're first in our division. We're first.
We really are.
Let's take it 1 week at a time. We're first in our division still, even with 2 losses.
Yeah.
And we'll see how New England plays, but let's focus on the Jets. Let's focus on doing our jobs. If the perception out there is the Bills are supposed to annihilate the Jets, and I do mean annihilate,
yeah,
it needs to be shown on. It needs to be done. It needs to not be, this job cannot be taken lightly.
Yeah, for sure. And so I think that they're in no position to take whatever team lightly at this point. And so I think they're pissed off. And so I think that they're going to go out there and show that, hey, we belong. And I mean, yeah. And so we will be beating up like right at most likely the worst team in the league. But I think that we need it. And so we need that confidence booster, especially because because our schedule gets relatively tough moving forward. We have the Pats next week. The following week, we're hosting the Seahawks. So it gets interesting.
I love it, man. I love a challenge, man. I'm sure these guys are excited, but let's get ready. Let's get this job done first, and then look ahead to further. Yeah, I'm excited, man. But what do you plan on doing for the game?
Dude, I think I'm going to go back to that bar that I went to. I'm not normally a superstitious person, but I've noticed the past 2 times or the past 2 games, I was not at that same bar that I was from week 1 to week 4. Was watching the game from my house week 5 and 6. So Bills Mafia, these losses are most likely on me. So
you need to be better.
Yeah, dude, exactly. So I'm just going to go there. And so my dad's going to come out and watch the game with me. I'll have my girlfriend come out too and sit in the exact same chair, sit in front of the exact same TV, eat some food, drink some Labatt's, and just, and so watch our team go into a victory.
We need it. We need to get back on the train. We need to get back to what Bills started, and and this is a big week.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Well, hey, Bills Mafia, thank you again for tuning in to yet another edition of Believe in Bills. Say that you're watching this on YouTube, and if you want to get this content a lot earlier, then you need to subscribe to us on either Spotify or Apple Podcasts. That's the best way to get the early view. And while you're there, definitely make sure to leave a 5-star review and tweet us our feedback. My Twitter handle is @RealDanMitchell.
My Twitter handle is AJWilliams23.
Yep. And so feel free to tweet us. Let us know what you think. Send us your questions. We're going to be continuing the tweet question of the day. I'm still working on the name. And so that's a work in progress. That's a terrible name. We'll figure it out. And and so once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. And so do you have any closing remarks?
Let's get back on track. Anybody that's in or actually hopefully you hear this before Sunday. Hopefully you do. If you're in Orlando, come see me. I'll throw a couple back. I'm not gonna throw a lot back because I need to stay focused and focus on my guys. But I'm down to have fun. Big week, and man, let's just see what our boys can do, man.
Let's do it. Hey, Bills Mafia, once again, thank you so much. You guys are what makes this show possible. And before we let you go, we need you to always remember, let's go Buffalo. Deuces.